In today's video, I'm going to save you more money on your next flip. Coming up next. Make sure that you stick around for that last tip because this one is super important. Whether you're a seasoned investor or about to tackle your first fix and flip, saving money throughout the process directly affects your bottom line. Taking steps to reduce costs throughout all stages of the project will give you a greater return on your investment when it comes to sell. If you like flipping videos, let me know by liking this video. I made this channel from my over 40 years of experience as a broker, investor, and mentor. If you're looking to create the life you've always wanted through real estate, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a thing.
Okay, Joe, so on our first flip, I noticed that our rehab costs, there was quite a difference in our initial estimate to what it actually ended up costing us. How would you go about more accurately estimating for those costs during your flip?
Well, that's not unusual. I do hear that all the time. I do talk to people that on their first flip, you're pouring your heart and soul out into it, and you want it to make it look the best that you can. Which is understandable, but sometimes maybe you're overpaying for things that you shouldn't be overpaying for. So when you're estimating rehab costs, there's an easy formula. Just use 10% of the after repair value. But once you start a process and get into the nitty gritty, then yeah, you need to be familiar with how much it's going to cost to rehab a kitchen, how much it's going to cost to do a bathroom, what kind of flooring you want to put in a place. You can spend $1.50 a square foot on flooring, all the way up to $20 to $30 a square foot. If you're doing a mobile home, are you going to pay $20 or $30 a square foot? Okay, yeah, you're more towards down the lower end. So you have to know what the product is that you're flipping. And like I tell people, don't flip a property like you're going to live in it, because obviously your tastes are way different than anybody else's. So the flips that we do are pretty much neutral all the way around. If somebody wants to come in and they want to paint a room purple or pink or whatever their favorite color is, then that's fine. They can do that after they purchase a house. But it's not necessary that you try to put some artistic style into the property. We do stage our homes as well. And I suggest that you stage everything that you are trying to flip because it just shows that much better. But make sure that you know what your numbers are, you have a budget, and you try to stick to that budget as much as you can.
So as we're looking to scale and do more flips on our own, we're looking at hard money. Is that something you recommend?
It is something that I recommend, but I also recommend that you educate yourself on hard money and that you make sure that you know what you're doing. So a flipping process, if you're buying a property and it's taking you a month or two to flip the property, then yeah, that's great. Use hard money. The reason that you use hard money is you only have to put 20% down. They're going to give you an 80% loan. They're also probably going to throw in the rehab money itself. So instead of buying one property that you're spending this amount of money in cash, you may be able to use hard money and buy 5 properties. If you're making 10% return on each property, so now instead of just doing one and getting 10% return on that, if you're doing 5, you're getting 50% return on that same money. So yes, hard money is good, but you have to educate yourself and be aware that hard money can hurt you in the long run. So the quicker you can flip a property and get out of that hard money, the better it is for you. Cash is always king. It's less pressure. You're going to make probably around the same amount of money, but remember it is cash. So you have to put all your money down. So if you're trying to scale up, using hard money is a good idea. But like I keep saying, educate yourself on that hard money.
So referring back to that first flip that you mentored us on, we estimated 6 weeks. It kind of turned into 2.5 months on our timeline. What are your tips for streamlining that timeline and getting things done in a quicker fashion?
So you have to be on time with everything, obviously on budget. The biggest thing is just pushing your contractor as much as you can, making sure that he's moving along and any subs that are coming behind them are planned and ready to go and moving along. So if he's done, let's say, painting and the next thing is flooring, or vice versa, flooring and the next thing's painting, make sure that there's no time in between those two tasks. So keeping everybody on time, and if that's pushing them a little, then that's what you have to do, is you just have to push them. Knowing what the process is very important as well. What do you do first? Demos first. What do you do next? Start putting everything back together. Flooring, doors, painting, kitchen, all that is on a timeline, and you're moving these folks in like you're the conductor of an orchestra. You're moving all these people to play your song. So the more that you're used to doing that, the quicker that rehab is going to be.
All right, so I feel very lucky to have partnered with you on a few flips now, and a couple in process. Our first one, got to learn so much. So do you recommend partnering with people on flips? Is that something you like to do, or is that something you generally avoid?
I do. In your case, you're my favorite people. So I didn't have a problem partnering with you, but partnering is a good question. What it is, what it looks like. It could be a matter of, okay, Joe, I found a property and I want to partner with you. So my, input into this partnership is the property itself. Okay. So then we need to talk about, okay, well, who's going to put the money up for this property? And that's something that you negotiate with anybody. So if it's a 50-50 partnership, then fine. One person puts half, the other person puts half, and you go into the partnership. If one party in the partnership is bringing the property, then maybe you say, okay, well, I'm bringing the property, so why don't you put the money down, and then we split it at the end of the day. So that's what I love about real estate. Everything's negotiable in real estate, and so it really depends on who you're dealing with, what they've offered in that partnership itself. I can tell you this, that in a partnership, me personally, I like to keep control. As long as I'm involved, I keep control. If I'm not involved and I'm just kind of guiding you by the sidelines, then I'm going to give you my best 40 plus years of experience. And if you go off and do something that I didn't tell you to do, that's on you. That's not on me. At the end of the day, pricing is really important. And we're in a market where it is actually declining now. A few months ago, I mean, we're just shooting to the moon. Now we're in a declining market. So as we get ready to list this property, we're going to look at what's been selling for in that area for the last couple of months, maybe not the last 6, and know that we probably need to price it a little bit lower to get the buyers through there so that they can see the property and buy it at the end of the day. So partnering up with somebody is not just, hey, let's be partners, okay? Again, you guys are special people, and I appreciate that, and I was happy to partner with you, but know who you're getting involved with. You guys have your own LLC. We take the property in each of our LLCs to protect ourselves and the property itself. So know a lot more about who you're partnering with, how to structure the deal, who's in charge of what. Maybe even, I have partnership agreements that I put together, and it's pretty much spells everything out. You're responsible for this, I'm responsible for this. There shouldn't be any arguments at the end of the day. Did I miss anything? Let me know. Of course, this is just a short list of ways that you can reduce your expenses. If you have done your research, are knowledgeable about your local market, and have secured a good contractor, you're already on your way to success. If you want to see a recent flip that I completed, click on this video right here. As always, feel free to reach out. I'm always here to help.